Hey, what's up guys? This is Alex here, and today we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. The Kool-Aid that everybody has been drinking. Tesla's Kool-Aid. I'm drinking it. You might be drinking it. I know my friends are drinking it, and we're going to talk about it because it's absolutely crazy. Tesla recently released their financial results for the third quarter of 2020, and they basically just blew it out of the water. They exceeded expectations on basically all levels. They delivered more cars than we were expecting. They were more profitable on each of their cars sold. They made more incomes than ever. And overall, it's their best quarter ever. The company is in better shape than it has ever been. That's as simple as that. So let's look at this. So let's look at this article here. So Wall Street was expecting revenue of about $8.2 billion for the quarter, and Tesla managed to destroy expectations with $8.7 billion in revenue. This is crazy, guys. Like, they literally smoked the best case scenario. So here's what Tesla had to say. The third quarter of 2020 was a record quarter on many levels. Over the past 4 quarters, we generated over $1.9 billion in free cash flow while spending $2.4 billion on new production capacity, service centers, supercharging locations, and other capital investments. And that's crazy, guys, because they are spending money like crazy, but they are still making a crazy amount of cash flow. So that's exactly what you want in a healthy company. They're still growing, but they remain to be profitable at the same time, which is an amazing spot to be in. So here's the financial summary that Tesla has released. So there's a couple of very important numbers to look at. First of all, automotive gross margin. And as you can see, by the end of 2019, they were reaching 22.8, 22.5%. And in 2020, it increased at 25.5, 25.4%, and this quarter, 27.7%. So that's the gross profit margin on the vehicles that they are selling. So it's not net profit. And we can see that they're going to be reaching the 30% quite soon. And that's honestly absolutely crazy. Another number to look into is the operating margin. Look at the increase, 4.1% in 2019, 4.9, 4.7, 5.4, and now 9.2% at the end of Q3 2020. This is almost double. It is absolutely groundbreaking, guys. They have smashed expectations. Can I find how many vehicles? They sold 139,000. They delivered 139,000 vehicle when in their last quarter it was 90,000. It is a crazy increase, right? So that being said, now we're starting to understand that Tesla is moving. It's moving forward. It's beating expectations. It's profitable. It's investing more and more. It is building more and more factories. They're producing more and more cars. So their goal for this year was to make $500,000 car. So their goal this year was to make 500,000 vehicles, and they are pretty much on track. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one, but they might be able to do it still. But they have also announced that over the next 2 years, where it is here. So during a conference call following Tesla's Q3 2020 earnings, Tesla warned that the company is increasing its planned capital expenditures. So they are planning to start investing $4.5 to $6 billion per year over the next 2 fiscal years. So before that, they used to spend between $2.5 and $3.5 billion per year. But they will increase this amount between $4.5 and $6 billion per year, which is almost double. This is crazy, guys. So what this means is that Tesla is basically ramping up their production. They are scaling up the business. They will be producing more cars. They're getting to the verge of basically being so far ahead from all of the other makers in terms of producing electric cars that it's gonna take years and years for another competitors to actually catch up to them, because they'll be investing so much money over the next 2 years. Their production is going to go up quite a bit. So this year they were trying to get 500,000 cars sold. Next year we are expecting an increase all the way up to 1 million units. So that would be almost double if they are able to achieve the 500,000 car this year. And for 2022, we're talking about them potentially selling 2 million vehicles. And this is absolutely crazy, guys. That would mean that if they're able to sell 500,000 cars this year, in 2 years they might have done a 4x. And even if we put aside the fact that Tesla has gotten their best quarter ever, that the stock has been rising every single month for the past year, there's still so much in the pipeline for Tesla. Like, at the end of the day, if you're buying stocks in Tesla, you're basically betting on other things than just the cars themselves, even though they are crazy. That obviously we know they're electric, they're the safest ones on the road, their acceleration is absolutely insane, over-the-air update is one-of-a-kind feature. There's other stuff too. So Tesla is not only a car company, right? They have other stuff on the go. So they are planning to get... Well, they're not planning. It's already happening. They have Tesla insurance. So basically, they're using the data that they're collecting from their cars, from the drivers, to give them a personal quote. Basically, if you drive crazy, your quote is going to be more expensive because you're riskier. If you drive safely, you're going to pay less. So just imagine an insurance company that makes you pay based on your actual level of risk, based on how you drive. They will be the only car company to have their own car insurance. And Elon even said that the insurance part of the business might become as big as 30 to 40% of the gross income. So Tesla insurance is going to become a big part of Tesla's overall income. And I can't wait to see how it's going to develop. For now, it's only in California, but over time, it will definitely become available in other countries and other provinces and states. Tesla also have the solar roof. We're expecting in 2021, 2022, a pretty big increase in sales, but solar roof is definitely the future. That mixed with the power walls, I mean, no other company is doing this. Right, so we have to remember, it's not, even though today it might not be as big as the car component in the business, it doesn't generate as much income as other things within the business. It will at some point. And obviously Tesla Autopilot, they're just leading the way, right? They have more cars on the road than everybody else. They have been collecting data for more time than everybody else. There's really no way that a competitor would catch up to them, at least within the next couple of years. Right now, you can buy the autopilot option when you're purchasing a car with a lump sum, but over time, they will transition towards a subscription-based model. And then from there, we're going to see Tesla taxis that will pop up. Right now, we don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but one thing we know for sure, they are in advance on all of the other companies. And as soon as self-driving becomes a legal thing, at least in the US, we can expect a big jump in Tesla's earnings and Tesla stocks at the same time, right? And also Tesla has so many advantages compared to the other companies. Like they don't even have a marketing budget, which is absolutely crazy. Other car companies are spending billions and billions every year when Tesla is not even spending a dime on marketing. Just think about that. It blows my mind that the other car companies haven't picked up on that yet. So Tesla is basically using social medias, like they're letting people talk about their cars in good or in bads as much as people want to. And that's all free marketing that they've been leveraging for years, which is saving them billions per year. So just with that alone, the other car companies will always have a very hard time competing because just in marketing, they're spending billions. So just that alone is going to be very hard to to change, and it just goes to prove that Tesla is basically just so far ahead from the competition, right? So at the end of the day, guys, I think Tesla is doing fantastic. We'll keep an eye on what Tesla is doing, because as a shareholder, I care about how Tesla is doing. I've been following them for years, and I'm not about to stop. Actually, my biggest position in stocks right now is in Tesla. I think that we're still at the bottom of the curve. It's really easy with all of the things that we just talked about. It's so easy to see the company moving forward and reaching higher and higher price points with the stocks. They just went through the crisis like if there was no tomorrow. Like they've had their best numbers ever throughout the pandemic, while all of the other automakers had a hard time, which is really telling. Like if you haven't been investing in Tesla yet, I would highly suggest to at least start looking into it, because you haven't missed the boat. I think that Tesla is a long play. Yes, it is quite volatile, so you could you could try to day trade if you wanted to, but I wouldn't advise doing that. I think it's more of a long-term play. Over the next 5 to 10 years, I think Tesla will do quite well. And here it is, guys. So if you did like the video, please smash the like button. If I've earned your subscription, well, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys real soon.